Today's episode is brought to you in part by Next Generation Speakers Magazine. Next Generation Speakers Magazine is a magazine dedicated to showcasing the next generation of speakers. To find out how you can be featured in Next Generation Speakers Magazine, go to SacconiPrince.com/NGS Magazine-2. Today's episode is brought to you in part by Unulux Apparel. Unulux Apparel is a clothing company that is proud to represent a culture that is undefined, unusual, and unlimited. They pride themselves on being different and maximizing creativity in apparel. To find out more, go to unulux.com. That's unulux.com. Your plans may not be perfect, but they can be completed. Hi, this is Sacconi Prince of Next Level Leadership Summit, where we're leading the way. And I want you to know that your plans, they may not be perfect, but they can be completed. You know, oftentimes we find ourselves making plans for different events, for different things and parts of our lives. And yet, a lot of people spend a lot of time trying to make the plans perfect. And they spend so much time trying to make it perfect that they have a hard time implementing because the plan will never be perfect. But your plans don't have to be perfect, but they can be complete. Meaning that you get as much done as possible and then you work on the rest as you go along. Somebody once gave this illustration, which I thought was incredible. They said the reason we have the iPhone 10 and 11 and 20 is because they had an iPhone 1. And they didn't wait until the phone was perfect to put it out. They put it out and then they worked on it. They got it maybe 80% of the way. They put that out and then they worked on the 20%. That's why we get updates. So when it comes to your plans and the things that you're trying to implement, don't let perfection paralyze you from actually executing or implementing your plan. Now, again, I know the importance of being able to have contingencies in place and thinking of every possible thing that could go wrong, but you can't spend too much time. Somebody once called it the paralysis of analysis. You're paralyzed because you're too busy analyzing what can go wrong. But you do your due diligence, but at some point you have to pull the trigger. At some point you have to take the shot. At some point you have to go. Because if you don't, you'll still be in that same spot, in that same place. And people around you, those who didn't work until it was perfect to move, they'll be light years ahead of you. So your plans may not be perfect, but they can be completed. So as you go to execute them, what you'll find out is that I have to make some adjustments. I have to get some more help. I have to rethink this part of it. Oh, I didn't expect that. Now I have to make some sort of contingency for that. So don't allow perfection to keep you from moving out. Because to be honest, if that was the case, nobody would get anything done if we had to be perfect. And I'm living proof of that. And speaking of which, I'm looking forward to our Next Level Leadership Summit. And this was the first year I rebranded the summit. And we were looking forward to having a great event, and we're still waiting to make the call. But I really want you to know that we're going to have it, if not in person, definitely online. And so I'm even working to that extent right now. Our team, we're working to put together an unforgettable event that pales in comparison to anything else. So I want you to be on the lookout for that, and you can find out more information by going to nllsummit.com. That's nllsummit.com. And I tell you, I have some announcements coming that are going to really just make all the difference in the world when it comes to you making a decision to whether or not you're going to be a part of it. So look forward to that in the future. And I also don't want you to forget that we do have a podcast. That's right, a podcast. You can find it at anchor.fm/NLL Summit. But it's also on Google and Spotify. That's anchor.fm/NLL Summit. But you can also find it on Google and on Spotify. Hey, look, this is Sakoni Prince of Next Level Leadership Summit, where we're leading the way. And we're still hoping to see you in Atlanta, October 8th through the 10th. But again, we're still waiting to make that final call as to whether or not we're going to have it. But once we do, you'll be the first to know, because we want to make sure that you have your either actual seat or your digital seat, and we want to see you in the place. Hey, look, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Looking for the best way to maximize the pool of talent you have? Looking to equip your leaders with the skills they need to lead more effectively? Ready to develop your workforce into a mission-driven organization? Well, then you need to make sure they attend the Next Level Leadership Summit. This Next Level event will focus on preparing your leaders to effectively carry out your company, organization, or group's mission statement, while creating a culture that is conducive for growth. Next Level Leadership Summit, October 8th through the 10th, 2020 in Atlanta, Georgia.